Thank you for joining us for the news at 6 o'clock. I'm Nick Sturdivant, and happening now, homeowners in one local neighborhood are pushing for answers after discovering several sinkholes. One neighbor noticed one sinkhole earlier this year. Now they're spotting them throughout the entire area. WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris joins us live in Stallings. And Miles, what are people telling you there?
Nick, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you here. There is a lot of concern from people that are living out here. I want to go ahead and show you this right now here. As you can see here, there are several pockets in this neighborhood that are actually taped off, and they're taped off because of these sinkholes here. Now, because of these sinkholes, some neighbors here, they're growing a lot of concern, and they're actually getting worried because they're worried about taking the wrong step and actually falling into one of these sinkholes here. Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what we're talking about here. So this is Anna Gaddy here. She was walking into her front yard, and the next thing you know, she falls into one of these sinkholes. Now, thankfully, she's okay, but neighbors are telling us here that some of these holes, they go as deep as 9 feet, and they're worried that others may not be so lucky.
The main concern is our safety. I mean, my safety, my neighbor's safety, all of us, living in our homes. We don't know if this is compromising like our foundation of our home, and this is a 3-story, house. It's top heavy. We're worried that our houses could collapse at any time.
Now, neighbors, they have been pushing from several departments and trying to get those answers, and so they're trying to figure out exactly whether that's coming from the developers or for the city as far as what's next and really fixing those issues. Now, at 11 o'clock tonight, we'll go ahead and give you the details on the response that they have gotten so far, as well as what other neighbors in this area are saying. For now, live out here in Stallings, I'm Miles Harris for WCNC Charlotte.
All right, thanks, Miles. Very scary situation for neighbors out there. Well, time now for a check on our forecast. And KJ, I mean, what a difference several days makes. We had short sleeves earlier this week, and now I had to bust out the jacket.
That's right, Nick. Many of us had those coats on for today. Some of us especially out and about on the town last night, and we'll likely have those coats out for tomorrow, but you won't need a raincoat all day tomorrow. The rain chances for your Sunday, spotty. And they'll likely be the first half of your day, which means we're drying out into your Sunday afternoon, plenty of sunshine into your Monday, and we'll look for warmer temperatures are on tap for this time next week as we warm back up into the 70s. I'll have a closer look at those numbers on the 7-day forecast. But first, we do have a cold front that stalled out across the area, continuing to produce rainfall for us. The rain is pretty spotty along the coast. We do have a little bit more of a scattered rain happening there, but expect a little drizzle here and there on occasion for this evening, and once again the first part of your Sunday, and we'll stay mostly cloudy through tonight. Temperature wise, it is a little cool out there, but overall temperatures are on the mild side at this time, in the low and mid 50s across the area. Not as cold as it has been, but we will maintain some of that warmish air overnight due to the cloud cover, so it'll be a slow cool down for your Saturday evening. Still have the coats out for tonight when temperatures are around 51 by 7 p.m., 8 o'clock into 9 o'clock into the low 50s with that spotty rain chance possible. Overnight lows will be in the mid 40s out the door for your Sunday morning, so it's not going to be brutally cold for your Sunday as you head off to services and to brunch, things of that nature, but it will be a cool start to your day. So notice the green shading here on the hourly forecast for tomorrow by 8 a.m., 10, noon, and 2. This is that window. The first half of your day, we could have a spotty shower possible, and then temperature-wise, we'll hover right there near 60 for highs tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, as we get closer to, say, the middle of the day into sunset, we'll have mostly clear skies, and that'll take us into our Monday. So a closer look at your Sunday first off. Notice we'll have some cloud cover early on, a spotty shower possible, a little drizzle here and there. By 3 p.m., mostly sunny skies. Into your Monday, we're looking at sunshine, and I have it here with the Guy Roof and 7-day forecast. So partly sunny by Monday, highs near 62. Notice how we'll become a little bit warmer into our Tuesday. Still the morning temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Wednesday will be the coolest day with the high near 60. We'll have that chance for spotty rain, but really it's going to be the cloud cover. And by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're warming back up. And notice we'll have some of that beneficial rainfall coming as we'll look forward to some rain chances by the end of next week.
All right, thanks, KJ. This morning, Charlotte-Mecklenburg police responded to a stabbing at a South Charlotte hotel. It happened at the Budget Inn on Archdale Drive, not far from where it meets Nations Ford Road. Medic confirms a patient was taken to the hospital. That person had minor injuries. And over near Wilkinson Boulevard and Josh Birmingham Ramp, there was a shooting. Medic confirms one person was taken to the hospital. That person had non-life-threatening injuries, and we're working to figure out what led up to that shooting. No word of a suspect for either the stabbing or shooting at this time. WCNC Charlotte has reached out to CMPD for details. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. New at 6 today, there were a couple of cases of cars driving into buildings. The first involved the car driving into a house. It happened on East Woodlawn Road near the intersection of Scaly Bark Road. Medic says one person was taken to the hospital. That person had minor injuries. And the other crash happened on East Independence Boulevard in Matthews. Our crew on the scene saw a car with damage to the front getting towed in the parking lot of an arcade. The building also had some damage, and we are working to get more information right now from police. Right now in South Carolina, an effort to support more than 80 organizations providing life-changing care. WCNC Charlotte's Kaylin Hagwood has a look at how the Give Local campaign is making a difference for people who live in Lancaster and Chester counties.
Hope in Lancaster has been working to make a difference in the lives of families since the 1980s through food and emergency services. Resources even more critical, the organization says, as the cost of living continues to rise, but minimum wage remains low.
10 years ago, the average rent was $500. Now it's $900, and that's, almost double. In some cases, depending on where in Lancaster that you live.
While many nonprofits like Hope received additional funding during the pandemic, organizers say that money is running dry.
We don't have the funds to address the increased need at the volume of money that each client needs.
They join more than 80 organizations across Lancaster and Chester counties participating in the Give Local campaign this year, an effort to raise funds by the Arrayas Foundation and other partners.
All of our nonprofits are providing vital services to the community, so it is important to support them.
They're hosting an in-person giving celebration this Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for National Philanthropy Day.
Over the last 7 previous years, we have raised nearly $1.7 million, and that is through both individual donations and matching funds.
You can also donate online from now until Wednesday night. We have all that information on our website, WCNC.com.
We're thankful for every single penny, dime, and dollar that we get, but the need is great, and unfortunately, we need more to meet that need.
Kaylin Hagwood, WCNC Charlotte.
Today is Veterans Day, and across the country, many are honoring those who served our nation. Here in the Carolinas, celebrations are already underway, honoring those who served, from parades in Columbia to placing American flags at veterans' graves. This weekend, we take a moment to honor and recognize the brave men and women who have put their lives on the line for our nation.
I feel like I'm honoring my father, who was a World War II veteran, and it's honoring the people that served.
Glad to be here, and I do appreciate all these folks who come out and bring the children. This next generation needs to know.
Here in the Queen City, people gathered this morning for the Carolinas Freedom Foundation Salute to Veterans Parade. More than 2,000 people gathered to honor those who have served in the United States Armed Forces. The event featured the talents of high school bands, pipe, drum, and bugle corps, and JROTC members. There are also scouts on hand and active military and first responder units, and so much more.
It feels good to come out here and just march and to honor those that have served for our country and things like that, and I'm just happy to be here. For me, I know some people that served in the Army and Marines and things like that personally, to know that what they did was very important and it deserves to be honored.
And over in Mooresville, some of our WCNC Charlotte News team and staff took part in the city's Veterans Day Parade. Our anchors, Jane Monreal and Vanessa Rufus, were there for this afternoon's event. Thousands lined Main Street and McClellan Avenue to see the parade. The city also had a number of other events to honor our heroes. There was a luncheon, a memorial ceremony, and the Camo Up 5K. In Monroe, our nation's veterans were honored with a high-flying spectacle. Look at there, right there on your screen. The Warbirds over Monroe Air Show has been going strong since 2005. It's grown into one of the largest events of its kind. If you want to see the show, you are in luck. It runs through tomorrow at Charlotte Monroe Executive Airport. Well, if you do go out there, you want to grab a jacket.
That's right, Nick. It is, it's a little chilly out there. Not only is it a little cool, it's also wet. So we do have some soggy, some damp conditions out there for tonight. But we are going to dry out. There's some sign of daylight, Nick, by the second half of the weekend. So tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be clearing out and we'll start to dry out into early next week. And looking forward to warmer temperatures by this time next weekend. However, it will come with more rain, and we know we need the rain, but it's coming back once again.
And I'll take the 70 degrees on Friday and Saturday.
Right? Counting down to next Friday. Always looking ahead to that weekend forecast.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us for the news at 6. We'll see you again at 11 o'clock.
well, you just won't be getting any tax credit.
When I think about the community, I think about the time that I've been here. I've been in this community almost my entire adult life. So you get to know the people. When you know what they care about, then that's what you care about. This community looks at all of us who do weather here at WCNC Charlotte as part of their family. And when you're part